Hello and welcome to Cloud Tech 10 for the 4th of December 2017. I'm Mark and I'm going to tell you all the latest news about Microsoft Azure from the past week in 10 minutes or less. Azure Data Lake Tools for Visual Studio Code have been updated to support Python and R extensions. This makes it easy to add Python or R scripts as a custom code extension in SQL scripts. To use these extensions, you'll need to set up your Azure Data Lake Analytics account. From your account in the Azure portal, go to Sample Scripts, then More, and choose the Install SQL Extensions option. This will copy the appropriate files to your Data Lake account. Then the Azure Data Lake Tools for Visual Studio Code are installed through the Extensions tab. Search for Data Lake Tools and then click Install. Once installation is completed, click Reload and then you're ready to go. When you have a SQL script open in Visual Studio Code, right-click and you'll see the option to generate a Python code behind file or generate an R code behind file. Choose the option you want, in this case Python. Visual Studio Code helpfully suggests that as we're working with Python, we might want to install the Python extension. So let's do that. Now we can use Visual Studio Code as a full-featured Python IDE to create our code behind file. Azure Analysis Services has added integration with Azure Diagnostic Logs. To enable this feature, from Analysis Services in the Azure portal, go to Diagnostic Logs. You'll see the option to turn on diagnostics. Simply click that, then choose where you want to send your diagnostic information. As with most Azure services, you can choose to send data to a storage account, Event Hub, or Log Analytics. Once you've chosen where to log the information to, click the logs that you want to enable. Choose Save and everything is ready to go. A preview of Watcher tasks has been added to Azure Automation. Watcher tasks can respond to events outside of Azure in your own on-premises environments or data centers. To configure, from Azure Automation, go to Watcher tasks. You then define a name and frequency and choose a Watcher runbook which will be used to look for conditions and an action runbook that gets triggered by the Watcher. Azure Location Based Services are now available in public preview. Location Based Services provides a portfolio of geospatial services APIs integrated into Azure, providing developers with map rendering, routing, search, time zone, and traffic services. To get started, you'll need an API key. Go to the Azure portal and find Location Based Services. You just need to provide a name, subscription, and resource group, and then click to create a new Location Based Services instance. Once it's ready, open the instance and go to Keys. And here you'll find a primary and secondary key that you can use to access the service. A GitHub repo is available with samples for you to get started. After you've cloned the repo, open one of the samples in an editor and search for key. Replace the placeholder with your primary or secondary key and save the file. In this demo, I'm using the interactive search example. If I open this file in a browser, it takes me to a page with a search box where I can search for information of interest and interact with the map as needed. The Azure documentation contains more help on getting started. Azure Migrate is now in public preview. This service helps with the migration of on-premises virtual machines into Azure. In preview, the service currently only supports VMware-based virtual machines. To use the service, in the Azure portal, find Azure Migrate. Then create a new project by giving it a name, choosing a subscription, resource group, and location. Click Create, and after a short while, a new migration project is ready. From here, choose the Discover and Assess option, and then choose Discover Machines. This page provides all of the setup details needed. Azure Migrate works by deploying an appliance to your VMware environment, which collects information about virtual machines. You can download the appliance from here and follow the instructions to import it into vCenter and connect the appliance to your Azure Migrate project. Once that's done, Azure Migrate will start performing an agentless discovery of your VMware environment, covering both Windows and Linux virtual machines. The discovery will then allow you to understand the readiness for each virtual machine and whether it's suitable for moving to Azure, what size Azure virtual machine will be needed, which is based on the VMware virtual machine's historical CPU, memory, disk, and network usage, and help you understand the cost. Automatic database tuning for Azure SQL Database has added 3 new features. These are automatic plan correction and a new flag that is set to help differentiate between user-created indexes and indexes created by automatic tuning. The third new feature allows management of automatic database tuning through T-SQL. A command like this can be used to view the current configuration for automation tuning. T-SQL commands can be used to change the configuration or to view tuning recommendations and history. Azure SQL Databases Elastic Database Client Library now supports Java. The client library provides tools to help developers scale out their applications using sharding. The library is open source and can be accessed via this GitHub repo. To add the library to your Maven project, just add this dependency to your POM file.